Okay guys, we're gonna start with a chain of 18. Double crochet in the 4th chain from the hook. This is gonna act as our first double crochet. Then double crochet along the chain. We should have 16 double crochets in total. Do 6 more double crochets in the last chain, placing a stitch marker in the 19th double crochet. Now double crochet along the back of the chain. There should be 37 double crochets with a stitch marker in a 19th double crochet. Chain 3 and double crochet into the next stitch. Continue to double crochet along the row, placing 5 double crochets in the stitch with the stitch marker. Attach the next color and chain 3. Double crochet in the next stitch and every other stitch, placing 5 double crochets in the stitch with the marker. There are 2 ways to work the rows, a double crochet row and a single crochet row, just so I can use all colors. Double crochet row will increase by 4 stitches, single crochet row 2 stitches. For the single crochet row, do a single crochet in each stitch and 3 single crochets in the stitch with the marker. And 2 single crochet rows are basically 1 double crochet row. I did 9 double crochet rows and 4 single crochet rows, which essentially is 11 double crochet rows. Next, I'm going to do adjustable straps, but you could skip to 455 if you don't want to. Okay, so now I'm going to make some adjustable straps. So chain 5 and double crochet in the 4th chain from the hook. Then do 2 more double crochets. Chain 3 and 2 double crochets 2 more times. Thread these 3 rows through the brass slider and slip stitch the 3rd row to the 1st row to join. Continue to work the chain 3 and 2 double crochet pattern until you've reached the length that you want and fasten off. Make 2 straps. We're gonna start working on the band. We're gonna work in groups of 17. 17 stitches is about 2.5 inches. I did 6 groups of 17, which is 102 stitches. Now we're gonna do single crochet into each chain. Now chain 3 and double crochet into the same stitch. Then do 2 double crochets in each of the next 2 stitches. Skip stitch, double crochet 5 times and skip 1 more stitch. Now do 2 double crochets in each of the next 6 stitches. Repeat the pattern of skip 1 stitch, 1 double crochet 5 times, skip 1 stitch and 2 double crochets in the next 6 stitches until you get to the end of the row. You should have 3 stitches at the end. Here you're going to do 2 double crochets in each of those 3 stitches. So we're just going to be working these 2 rows, a single crochet row and a double crochet row with the skip stitches. I change colors at each row, but you can do whatever you feel. When you've used all colors and reached your desired length, do a row of double crochet. Okay, so now we're going to try to straighten up the top of the band. So we're going to use single crochet, half double crochet, double crochet and triple crochet. So the pattern here is 3 single crochets, 3 half double crochets, 2 double crochets, 1 triple crochet, 2 double crochets, 3 half double crochets and 3 single crochets. We're going to repeat this till the end of the row. We should have the same amount of stitches that we started with, in my case 102 stitches. Turn the band sideways and half double crochet into each stitch, making 1 stitch in each single crochet and 2 stitches in each double crochet. I got 19 stitches. Turn your work and do a row of half double crochet, chain 1, half double crochet, chain 1. The chain 1 space is where the top is going to be laced. For example, I did 6 half double crochets, chain 1, skip a stitch, 5 half double crochets, chain 1, skip a stitch, 6 half double crochets. So I ended up with 19 stitches, like my first row of half double crochets. Now fasten off and do the same thing to the other side. Okay, so now we're gonna attach the cups to the band. My cups were 11 rows, 9 double crochet row and 4 single crochet rows, which is basically 2 double crochet rows like I said before. When attaching the cup, I do 2 single crochet stitches into each sideways double crochet or chain 3 and 1 stitch for each single crochet or chain 1 row. In my case that would be 44 stitches, so find a point where you want your cups to go and place stitch markers. Okay, so you don't actually have to do 2 stitches for each double crochet. I mean, you could do 3 stitches or whatever you feel comfortable doing. It's actually easier to attach the cup to the band from the back side. I just did it this way because I had a knot and I was trying to hide it. Continue to attach the cups using single crochet. You can also separate the cups by doing a single crochet or 2 or whatever between the 2 cups, or you can even overlap them when attaching them. Continue to work in single crochet till the end of the row. Place a stitch marker here if you'd like to make a tie, but you don't have to put a stitch marker if you're making an adjustable strap. Turn your work and do a row of half double crochet. You should have 1 more half double crochet than the previous row. Now do a row of single crochet at the bottom of the band. Place stitch markers at the first and last stitch of the bottom of the band. Half double crochet until you get to the top of the band. Now single crochet around to the other end of the band. Now we're gonna work on our ties. So if you have stitch markers here, do a chain of your desired length and then half double crochet along the chain. Then slip stitch in the same stitch. Continue with the slip stitch until you get to your next stitch marker. Repeat the chain and half double crochet wherever you want your ties to be. Okay, so now we're gonna do a loop for the adjustable strap. When you get to the top of the band, chain 4, skip 2 stitches and slip stitch into the 2. Chain 1, turn your work and do 4 single crochets on that chain. Now do a few more slip stitches, just enough where you pass the loop. Okay, so now insert the adjustable strap that you made into the loop and thread through the slider. Thread through the slider in the other strap as well. Now continue with your slip stitch until you reach the stitch just before the marker at the top of the cup. Attach the strap to the cup using a slip stitch. Continue with your slip stitch until you reach the other cup and slip stitch the strap. When you get to the last 4 stitches at the top of the band, chain 4 and fasten off, leaving a tail long enough to make the loop for the strap. Pass the chain 4 and tail through the loop of the strap. Slip stitch into the last stitch of the band, turn, chain 1 and make 4 single crochets in the chain 4 space. Slip stitch to the stitch with the starting chain and continue to slip stitch till the end of the row. And that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye.